practice that, I think the better.
Yeah, and also understanding on how the production works.
Yeah, it was a big learning curve, especially for me. So that's why I'm super glad I went into the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I had gone in about 3 or 4 times before I started doing this, just with bands and other things, but it really gave me the upper edge, so I could nail a song out in about 8 hours. So each one of these songs, like I said, time is money, and I didn't have that much money because I was a college student, and you know, other funds had to go out for books and stuff like that. And I knew I wanted to record 4 songs, so you just have to be as prepared as possible and go in and get it done. But I'm super happy with the way it turned out. So.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you've been playing guitar for a long time. When did you start songwriting? Has it always been something that you've been interested in?
So it was like the first year of playing guitar that I was learning theory, and you know the notes, you know, A through G on the neck and all that stuff. Mary Had a Little Lamb, you know, the basics. And I was just so frustrated because that wasn't what I wanted to do. I was listening to the radio. I was hearing bands like Green Day, Blink-182. They're having so much fun just running around. It was that crowd interaction that I was looking for, and I wasn't getting that by playing Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah.
So I started a band in 4th grade. We were called White Fire. Thankfully, there's no music online, so anyone can check it out. But
I'll find it. Don't worry.
We played covers. We actually played a talent show, and we played TNT by AC/DC, and at the end of the show we had a little TNT box, and we had this sound effect that we pushed the box down and went, and everybody went wild. And we were in 4th grade, so we were just on cloud 9 with adrenaline, and it was super
Coolest 4th graders.
Yeah, seriously.
In the school.
But yeah, so.
What other influencers do you have?
Influences, it's actually funny because if you listen to my music, I'd say it's, you know, singer-songwriter, pop acoustic, but a lot of the musicians I listen to are more rock, pop, punk oriented. I listen to a lot of, I don't know, I guess people would call it emo music or just alternative. A lot of, like, there's this one band called The Wonder Years. The lead singer uses a lot of very realistic lyrics, like I walked down the street with Maddie and we got coffee, and then, you know, something like that. But it's obviously he's trying to have a message, and they really embrace just the human experience, and I really like a lot of that music. So it's funny because when it comes to singer-songwriter stuff, I only really listen to like Ed Sheeran, John Mayer, Jack Johnson, a few people, but I listen to so much more rock music, which I think gives my music a cool little spin. Yeah, and it's different than what everyone else is doing.
So it's a way for you to be original in your songwriting.
Yeah, especially lyric writing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be playing "Lonely" in just a moment. What is "Lonely" about?
Super straightforward. I was at college, and that was the first song I wrote, and I was just super lonely, and it felt like a lot of my friends who were back home who hadn't left yet, I was just missing them, and it just felt like I was not in the right place, and everyone back home was having all this fun without me and my parents, and I just missed everyone. And I think everyone can just relate at a certain level just to being in a new place and just feeling that sense of loneliness and just not fitting in, trying to like there's this one line, it says, "I wish I liked what they liked, but it poisons my insides." And it was just like I was just trying so hard to fit in, but thankfully I found friends and it all worked out. But it was one of those like, what am I doing here kind of songs and moments. Yeah.
All right. Well, here on B Radio is "Lonely."
If it all went the right way, then every word that I'd say would come alive. Instead I got reality, told it stay away from me, but it showed up right in time. They say wait for it, it'll be all right, but I want it now. Try to keep distracted while these thoughts are being acted out in my mind. I hope I find the right mix of homework and music to keep them out for a while. I just need some human contact. I got no reply on the cell phone, they seem too busy while I'm here all alone. Every night I think about who I left at home. I got no reply on the cell phone, they seem too busy while I'm here all alone. Wake up, think about friends and family, I wish they were here with me. I'm feeling so lonely. I'm feeling so lonely. each day's the same. I wish I liked what they like, but it poisons my insides. Maybe I need a change. They say wait for it, it'll be all right. I got no reply on the cell phone, they seem too busy while I'm here all alone. Every night I think about who I left at home. I got no reply on the cell phone, they seem too busy while I'm here all alone. Wake up thinking about friends and family, I wish they were here with me. I'm feeling so lonely. I'm feeling so lonely. I'm feeling so lonely. I'm feeling so lonely. And all this time been thinking I don't mind, but I'm no good with lies. So I say I'm feeling off. I'll put my chin up high, try to live out this lie, but every time my bloodshot eyes give me up. I got no reply on the cell phone, they seem too busy while I'm here all alone. Every night I think about who I left at home. No reply on the cell phone, they seem too busy while I'm here all alone. Every night I think about who I left at home. I got no reply on the cell phone, they seem too busy while I'm here all alone. Wake up thinking about friends and family, I wish they were here with me. I'm feeling so lonely. I'm feeling so lonely. I'm feeling so lonely.
And we are back. What is your most challenging obstacle, and how did you overcome it?
Most challenging, I think my most challenging obstacle is myself. My dad always says, the hardest thing to overcome, or like the greatest battle we have in life is with ourselves. And I think that's so true. And for me, it's always, I have a lot of self-doubt and a lot of self-talk in my head. So I'll come up with an idea and like, well, people think this is cool. No, they won't. Will it? No, they won't. You know what I mean? It's a lot of just stuff going on in my head. So, but most of the time I just try to document it. And I think that is what I really like about my songwriting, because like I said, it is so stream of consciousness that it's really just documenting what's going on in my life and all the things that are going on in my head. But I really would say I've had so many times where I just want to give up. And I do give up, and then I get back into it.
Yeah.
But I think that throughout it all, just embracing who you are, and even though I do have a lot of self-doubt, I think for justifiable reasons, like, I mean, it's hard to be a musician in this world and make a living at it. So I think what I'm trying to figure out is just the balance of my life with my music, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it, and especially more recently, just figuring out what I want to do and how to overcome just myself, basically.
Yeah.
I'm my own worst enemy. And I think a lot of people would say that too.
Yeah, I think the majority of the world would say that.
Yeah, and especially if you talk to any singer-songwriter, oh wow.
Yeah,
we're our own worst
creative industries,
critic. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. How would you describe your style?
I don't want to put a label on it. I would just say singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say, I guess you could say pop or acoustic, but there are pop beats behind it. So I would say singer-songwriter. And that's a really cool and, like, genre that makes me really proud, because there's so many great singer-songwriters. So if I could at least be thought of a little bit as these other people, Ed Sheeran, John Mayer, Jack Johnson, so many others, but those are the people who I'm really listening to. If I could be thought about in that same vicinity as them, that's awesome. Like, I really appreciate that. If people
among the greats, yeah.
Yeah.
Where can we find you on the web?
You can find me at, I have my website, so www.zackburke.com. My EP is actually right now up there for free. You can download all 4 songs for free. I wanted to give it out, this one, just because I wanted people to really hear it if they wanted to, and not have the monetary problems and all that stuff. So you can go on zackburke.com. Also, facebook.com. I think it's / Zack Burke Music.
Easy.
And then Instagram, just Zack Burke, and Twitter is Zack Burke _ So if you just search Zack Burke, you'll probably find me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we're going to listen to the 4th song, Waiting for You.
Yeah.
Can you give us a quick story behind that song before we play it?
Yeah, quick story. So I hung out with this one person who a lot of the other songs were written about. It didn't go nearly as well as I thought it was going to go. Well, actually, I had no expectations. It went very poorly, let's just say. I went back, and then I went to dinner with my parents, and I was really bummed. But after I got home, I was just playing these guitar chords, and it was a very negative experience, but I wanted to make sure I wrote a positive song out of it so I could go to bed happy. So it was very a personal thing, but anyway, I wrote the song in 30 minutes, and this is Waiting For You.
Awesome. Here on B Radio.
I'm hardwired to love, just waiting on the girl who's willing enough to see me for who I am. A nice guy, bright eyes, looking for a nice girl to share my time in the world. I like to wake up to Sunday morning, breakfast in bed with you by my side. Or better yet, fall asleep to the calming sound of your heartbeat that keeps you alive. 'Cause you need me, and I need you. We'll be the missing link to a ship that'll sink without a watertight room. Whoa. I'm hardwired to love, just waiting on the girl who's willing enough to see me for who I am. A nice guy, bright eyes, looking for a nice girl to share my time in the world. And I'll be waiting for ya, I'll be waiting for ya. Whoa. I'll be waiting for ya, I'll be waiting for ya. Whoa. I'll be waiting for ya, I'll be waiting for ya. Whoa. I'll be waiting for ya, I'll be waiting for ya. I'd like to take you out on a Friday night and show you the world. Or better yet, stay and cuddle up, watch a movie. Just me and my girl, 'cause you'll need me, and I'll need you. We could walk the streets, keep the pace with our feet as our hands mingle too. Whoa. I'm hardwired to love, just waiting on the girl who's willing enough to see me for who I am. A nice guy, bright eyes, looking for a nice girl to share my time in the world. And I'll be waiting for ya, I'll be waiting for ya. Whoa. I'll be waiting for ya, I'll be waiting for ya. Whoa. I'll be waiting for ya, I'll be waiting for ya. Whoa. I'll be waiting for ya, I'll be waiting for ya. When I find that girl, it'll mean the world to me, to me. When I find that girl, it'll mean the world to me, to me. Hardwired to love, just waiting on the girl who's willing enough to see me for who I am. A nice guy, bright eyes, looking for a nice girl to share my time in the world. And I'll be waiting for ya, I'll be waiting for ya. Whoa. I'll be waiting for ya.
I want to say thank you again to Zack Burke for coming into the studio.
Thank you so much, man. I just wanted to say one last closing comment. It doesn't matter who you are, if you're a musician, artist, go out there and make a positive impact.
It's awesome. Also, check out our video interview on YouTube channel for bBooth TV, as well as on our blog at bBooth.com. If you're an artist on the rise and you'd like to be featured here on B Radio, hit us up on social media at bBooth TV to let us know who you'd like to see next, and keep listening every Thursday at noon right here on B Radio.